What is up, everyone? Salty Taters back with another video, and today I'm going to try to win on Arena playing Historic Ranked with Oops All Lands. That's the deck that you see right here. All 60 cards, completely lands, nothing but lands. Can I do it? Let's find out. And a fine hello to you too, sir. This is game one. I'm pretty sure I made a couple of playing mistakes here when I was playing. We'll get into that later. The hands that you keep are pretty simple in this deck. Oh yeah, this is a fast deck, so I did not do well, I don't think. I'm also recording this afterwards. Like, I played the games and then I'm doing voiceover after. Yep, here's my first mistake. I tried to activate a Mutavault. The turn I played it, it still has Summoning Sickness. So I made that mistake. I actually make that mistake a couple more times in the video if I forget to call it out. So yeah, every hand is a keeper pretty much because, it's all 7 lands. Sometimes I want to go for like a man land or a creature land, but otherwise I'm just going for lands that do things. Lair of the Hydra is probably the best card in the deck outside of the White Dragon one. So let's keep on watching to see what happens. The opponent actually makes a mistake here by playing Dragon's Breath, whatever that was, Breath Weapon. Mutavault is all creature types. So it did 2 damage to each non-dragon creature, but I don't think he realized that Mutavault is all creature types. So yeah, that was the mistake there. This dragon deck is just honestly too fast for Oops All Lands. Like, I really didn't stand a chance. I don't know why I stayed in this game for so long trying to win. Yep, and that's game one. So we're moving on to game two here, and I'll take a moment to pause and talk. I'm actually at my dad's house in Tennessee. It's a while away from me. And there are 10 people in this house, so trying to find time to film and have quiet time to do audio and stuff is the part of the problem. You get that Steven Crowder thing out of here. So that's why there hasn't been many short uploads, and that's why there hasn't been any video uploads. So I'm trying to get this one out. Hopefully I can get it done today. Yeah. Thanks for everyone who's watching this video right now. Moving on to game 2. Let's see what happens. At this point in the matchup, I'm actually feeling pretty good. I see the Yorion and stuff, and I thought, oh yeah, I can totally beat a Blink deck. But then he plays a Nadu. For one, I forgot that it's even legal in Historic. I thought that card was just banned everywhere. It is fixed on Arena slightly, but it's still terrible. So yeah, this game actually puts me in a position where I have to play faster than I wanted to with Oops All Lands. So we'll see what happens. Sunscorched Desert here is actually probably the best ping land I have in the deck because it enters untapped, unlike the Outlaws of Thunder Junction ones that enter tapped. So it entering untapped allows me to pump more into the layer of the Hydra, as well as get that extra damage from Sunscorched Desert. Ah, yes, Sire of Seven Deaths. When I saw this guy come down and get that +1/+1 from that enchantment on the battlefield, I knew it was over. I cannot paste that. There's nothing I can do right now that will deal lethal damage. So yeah, this is how game 2 ended. Another loss for Oops All Lands. Moving on to game 3 here. At this point, I needed a really, really slow deck to win, and I realized that I'm gonna need some like deck that does countering, or like a blue-white control deck that doesn't hit my lands. And I'm like, that's the kind of deck I need to beat. I don't know why I mulligan here. I don't know what the point of that was. I don't remember in the moment why I'm like, I need a different set of 7 lands in my opening hand. That land, the whatever of the White Dragon, is actually a pretty good card in this deck too. It's probably the second best card behind, right here, Lair of the Hydra. That card's pretty good.
practiced against many foes like you. A better world begins with a better self.
I was reading that Planeswalker there to see what his ultimate was, and I'm like, oh yeah, players can't cast non-creature spells. It's like I don't, or whatever it was, non-creature spells. I think it was
No,
was the emblem, but it's like I don't cast non-creature spells. I don't cast any spells. Oops all lands, so I wasn't even worried about it, and I didn't even read any other Planeswalker's ultimates for the rest of the game. So that I was untouchable, and I thought, like, yeah, dude, this is gonna be the one, and it could be the one. Let's find out.
Hold that thought.
Plan and succeed.
I can reach your flaws like an open door.
Focus the mind. Free.
That was the really annoying thing with that Dovin there, was that it kept on gaining life. It's like I feel like if I could just not have them gain life, I probably could have won this game. But life gain against this is so hard.
No time for a break.
I also at this point felt like the opponent was slow rolling a little bit, like he was moving pretty slow with his turns, so that's why I added this, but it's just like, oh, dang. I wish I would have read his Planeswalkers a little bit more, because this game ends up being the downfall of the Planeswalkers, because I didn't read all the ultimates of the Planeswalkers I was against. So spoiler alert, we did not win this one. That life gain and the Planeswalker's ultimate ability here put us in hurt.
Not do this lightly.
And there's the one that I didn't read. Whenever you draw a card, exile target permanent an opponent controls. So every time this guy's going to draw a card, he's going to be exiling my lands, and then this just seals it in the Seagate Restoration. Hits me at the good game, and I'm like, what are you doing? And then I see him targeting my lands, and I'm like, oh. Oh yeah, that's what that Teferi does, isn't it? And so with nothing else on the battlefield, with all these triggers on the board, I just scoop it up. I just call it there. Yeah, I already thought about scooping it up when I saw these ravenous squirrels come down. I thought it was going to be moving too quick for me to even do anything. I do end up playing this game out a little bit longer. I think I even play it to the end, but yeah, there's a moment when I'm like, this deck's too fast. Might as well just scoop it up and move to the next one. And there it is, the concession. Yeah, just didn't feel like we could do anything in that situation. That deck was too fast. Those squirrels came down too quick. And there was really nothing I could do to slow that down. Being in all lands on Arena. Dealing 20 in Oops All Lands on Arena is hard enough. Dealing more than 20 is almost impossible. And after he starts gaining life here, I do just scoop it up to save some time. Try to get more games in because I knew I just can't beat a life gain deck. And when you see the Zombify target the Atali, I scooped that up too. I'm pretty sure this Tali would have just exiled my whole library anyway. I didn't play it out or read Atali close enough to realize if that's what would have happened. Because I think it says exile cards until you hit a non-land card, and all of the cards are lands. So I think he would have just exiled my whole deck there, which is a real bummer. At this point, I thought there's no way that I can win with Oops All Lands, so I think I play a couple more games and we'll see what happens, but it's getting towards the end of the video, as you can see, so we'll see what happens. And yeah, now that I read Atali, that's exactly what would have happened. He would have exiled all the cards from my library, and when I went to draw, it would have been over anyway. Alright, so moving on to this game. I don't know if this is the last game, or second to last game, or It's getting close, I know. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Yeah, and I'll join us for the rest of this game. At this position, I feel pretty good. I got a flyer that he can't block going over the top, and he doesn't have enough pressure on me to kill me before I can kill him with that pressure over the top. So I feel pretty good, and we're getting pretty close. This is the lowest I think I've had a person. I think I got 1 to 5 actually before he started gaining life back up, but he starts putting +1/+1 counters on his creatures, and I'm still doing the math, and I'm like, I think I'm okay. I don't think I die here. Even with him creating all these creatures. So yeah, I feel pretty good. I even draw another Mutavault here. And I think with what I have, it'd be pretty close. I get him down to 5 with the ping land here. Maybe. Don't know what's taking so long. There we go. Activate the Cave of the Frost Dragon. That's what that land is called. Get in there for 2 more damage. And I think I can take whatever he has right now. It is 6 damage on the board, plus if he gives a +1/+1 counter, that's 7. He'd still need to find 5 more somewhere to kill me this turn, and I think I can go over the top and kill him on my next turn. Even this, I didn't even bother reading it. I'm like, yeah, sure, that's still not enough to kill me, even with haste. I was feeling good. I was feeling right. He swings in. I take the damage. Nope, he scoops it up. That is right. That is right, we did it. We won on Arena with Oops All Lands. After, what, 6 games of dealing with it? So thanks if you watched the whole video. You got a nice treat with me winning with Oops All Lands on Arena. 60 land deck. Winning on Arena. So yeah, since I won with this deck, I never have to play with this deck again. So here we are going into my decks. Clicking on Oops All Lands and throwing that thing straight in the trash. Thanks for watching. See you next time.